Hey guys, and welcome back to the world's greatest AI in construction YouTube channel. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about all things quantity surveying and estimation. So I'm going to be showing you basically how you can use AI right at the start of a construction project to estimate your costs, your material, your time requirements, all using famous historical project data. So I'm going to be showing you how you can use a machine learning application to actually do that. Next, I'm also going to be showing you a bit of Python automation using the OpenAI API. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to create a very basic script that can actually look at our PDF CAD drawings and create a materials takeoff, so the quantities directly from that CAD drawing PDF. So these are the two things we're mainly going to be showing you today in a bit of a hands-on demonstration, but I'm also going to be talking high level about some of the other use cases for AI in quantity surveying and estimation. So I hope you're ready to get started, and let's dive into the episode. Okay guys, so as I'm sure you're quite aware, quantity surveying can be really tricky. There can be a lot of things that quantity surveyors actually need to consider right at the start of the project or while the project's ongoing. They need to both have a handle on the total number of quantities and also the latest cost information and also the status of various things. There's three main use cases. Number one is around automating quantity takeoffs. When we're looking at PDF CAD drawings, let's say, or even reading BIM models, it can be quite tricky for us to actually get a grasp on exactly how many items are being shown. We might need to, count them into a table, often going through it multiple times to sort of cross-check ourselves. But fortunately, AI can actually help us to do this, help us with automating takeoffs. So how does this work? So basically, with images like PDF CAD drawings, let's say, we can actually turn those into binary data, which can be then read into large language models. You call these types of large language models something like a multimodal AI model. So it can, in the case of GPT-4, it can read both text, language, and it can also read binary image data. And what we can do is use this multimodal AI to actually automate some of the quantity surveying takeoffs. We can also combine this with automation type number two, which is basically cost estimation. So if you imagine we have all of these quantities already collected, we can actually then combine this with supplier data, work with suppliers to get cost estimates. But in the case where we don't have those estimates to hand, we can also use some historic data and use more classical AI approaches on that, and finding trends using methods like linear least square regression. Number three is basically contract management. So one element of quantity surveying is also making sure that you're working in line with that contract, making sure that things are delivered on time, that are being accounted for. So we can actually also use AI, and in particular the field of NLP, natural language processing, to read construction contracts and help us to manage those and negotiate better terms. So we're going to be talking about all three of these today. Okay, so in our first practical demonstration, what we're going to do is we're going to look at using machine learning basically to analyze historic project data and forecast costs and durations on our project. So what I'm going to do is sign into my account on Civils.ai. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to where you see these different community tools. So if you join the Civils.ai community, you'll have access to all these, and I'm going to explain how the building design calculator works. So what you can do is click through to this tool, and this tool is going to use machine learning on famous historical building projects, open source data, to actually create estimates for us. So what I've done here is entered 12 floors, and I'm going to generate a similar project. But actually what I can do now is I can click this open database button. Now once I've loaded up the database, I'm going to see a big long list here of different famous buildings from around the world. And what we have here is some quite interesting information. We have things like the number of floors, city, start dates, completion dates. We also have things like the heights of the buildings, cost and floor area. So a lot of really interesting data here that we can use for predictions. So what we can do is we can actually filter on this data. So right now we have all 335 projects in the being displayed, but we can actually filter this by typing in, let's say, I just want buildings with 20 floors. So I can type this in here, it narrows down the sample size, and now we have buildings which are basically within some bound around that number, within a bound of 20 floors. And then what we do is we use the linearly square method. So this is like a line of best fit essentially through the data to predict time, cost, height of the finished building. I can actually like narrow this down if I want to by searching on like floor area or building type. So I could instead search for just residential buildings and filter on those instead. So we also have various different filters for refining this information. So this is really useful to us because we don't only have data here for estimating buildings, but also for bridges, tunnels, dams, housing, basically a bunch of different apps for this type of machine learning on historic data. But you can also create your own tools like this, and I'm going to show you a bit on how we can use Python to actually do something like that. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a very simple way we can actually start building with AI and some basic Python scripts. So if you go into the bio of this YouTube video and basically click the link to the Notion page, I've got everything that you need there to start coding. But what we're basically going to do is we're going to create like a small AI agent that can basically read CAD PDF blueprints and create us a table of different items and quantities from this. So what we can do is we can do this with Jupyter notebooks. So I already have a Jupyter notebook set up here. So if you're unfamiliar with this, I'm not going to talk about this in this training. If you're interested to like actually learn how to do this from like everything from scratch, you can go to Civils.ai and check out our training course, but I'm just going to assume here that you already know a little bit about Python, but we cover everything on the training course. So basically I've created my Jupyter notebook here, and I've created a command here for importing these different Python libraries that I need. So I'm going to first select what Python version I'm using. I'm using this one, 3.10. So I've basically just selected that. And I'm just now installing these different libraries that I need. So one of them you'll recognize is OpenAI. There's a couple of other open source libraries here, and I explain all of these in detail on the course. Then I basically click a new coding block just below this. Okay, so all of these are now installed. I create a new coding block just below this, and I can grab this code which I've already written for us. So within that Notion page, you've basically got another block of Python code, which we're going to be using for this demonstration. So in this demonstration, I'll just very briefly talk you through exactly what we're doing, but we have up here basically a CAD drawing, but this is a PNG file, but this could also be a PDF. We'd have to just do some other stuff to it. But yeah, we have an image up here for a CAD detail. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to read that into a multimodal AI model, so the one from OpenAI GPT-4, and we're then going to create that table. It's going to create that table from us. So what I have here is some different code. This is the API key for interacting with OpenAI. This is my one. I'm going to actually delete this after, but you need to create your own OpenAI API key, so you need to register an account with them to actually do this. But you need to put your API key in here, which you can get from your account. We then use basically from the OpenAI documentation some way of sort of creating an object here, which we're going to be using. We're going to be using some of the different functions from this OpenAI library. And then what we're basically doing is we're going to be turning this image. So this is the file path to where my image is stored. So this will be different for you. So you'll need to actually type in a link to your own folder where all of this is stored. But this is me linking to this image up here and putting that, entering that file path. So here's the path to my image. And basically what I'm then doing is I'm turning this image into binary data. So this base64 format is actually just binary data for the image itself. So this is the way we actually can send this into the large language model. So here I have that base64 image. This is going to be a big long string of just characters, like binary data. And then using the OpenAI library, this is basically how I interact with that, with their large language model GP240. And this is the way I provide some prompt. So to actually interact with that, I provide this prompt saying, provide a takeoff of the quantities from this engineering drawing and return a table. And then I pass in my image in this format. So this is basically all from the OpenAI website. They actually tell you exactly how to do this. And I've turned this stream on here to be true. So this is going to stream me back a response from OpenAI. This basically here is how you handle that stream. So when it's being like streamed back, I'm then printing. So I'm going to print into my terminal. So if I click new terminal, I'm basically going to be printing into this thing here when I'm running this. Oh no, actually I'm not. I'm going to be printing just below here. I'm wrong there. So what I'm going to then do is I'm going to then click run, and if I've set this all up correctly, we're going to get our table streaming back to us in a few moments time. So here what we have is our table. So it worked first time. And basically what this has done is it's read the image we have over here, and it's then created us a very basic table for these different elements, which is recognized from the image binary file. We also have some quantities and specifications for each one of these. So this isn't exactly actually what I wanted back, but I can fine tune this prompt a little bit more. I could actually explain more clearly what exactly I want in this table, and it will be able to refine this. So it will be able to say slightly more clearly, like I might not want this extra information like to be drilled. I might just want this to be quantities. So I can easily do that by changing the prompt. This is a very quick example of how we can use large language models, OpenAI, to sort of start to automate this for us. And if this sounds quite interesting to you, you might be interested in our training course where we actually show you how to make a more advanced version of this app, which can basically be hosted on the web and allow you to actually share this with other people on your team. So again, it will generate this takeoff, materials takeoff from the PDF, and allow you to download this as an Excel file as well. Another example is basically an AI which can analyze contracts and give you a table of all the key risks and issues relating to that document. So I'll just give you a quick demo of that, but this is actually going to be one that we explain a lot more in the training course. So the idea here is I upload my construction contract, I say where it is, let me just say Colorado, for example, and I hit send. This is then going to do something quite similar where it's going to analyze and read all of that PDF that I've just uploaded. And then it's going to basically create me a big table of the key risks that have been found in that contract and why it's a risk and what you should be aware of, even giving you where it's exactly come from in the document so you can read up some more information on it. It then creates also a renegotiation letter explaining what those issues are with the contract and the key points that you'd like to sort of discuss with them. So that brings us to the end of our whistle-stop tour of AI in quantity surveying and estimating. But if you've enjoyed this, please do check out our full training course. We basically help you build 4 different applications for different construction use cases, including 2 I haven't shown here, which is one for architects for restyling buildings and another one for turning site photographs into an inspection report. We also explain about no-code AI, so if Python's not really your thing, then we also explain how you can use no-code tools, and it basically explain how AI really works, like on a fundamental level. So if you've enjoyed this and you're quite interested to build some of your own stuff, then do check out our training course on our website. And thank you very much for listening.